get in the chat. Just get in the chat.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Daniel Watson.
bro, they heard that, yo. That is not nice.
Yo, guys, what is up? Welcome to the podcast. Okay, we got a lot of topics here for you guys tonight, and we're going to start off with, do you guys think the fans will be in NBA arenas this year? Like, at all? You think there's going to be small amounts, or are they going to get all the way up to 100% capacity? I'd like to hear from you, Brett.
Honestly, I think later on they'll start adding more and more fans into the stands, because right now it's still pretty bad, so they're just going to stick with, I mean, they're playing in their own arenas now, so obviously we're getting somewhere, but I don't think there will be fans in the stands till much later. But I think there will be. I don't think it'll be 100% full capacity, but there will definitely be a lot.
Okay. Do you think there's going to be a bubble at any point?
I hope not. I mean, hopefully Corona is better by then. Like, if they go back to a bubble, that means something's getting worse. And I don't think anyone wants that.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Nick?
the bubble won't really be necessary, right? If the players just kind of quarantine themselves. I mean, at this point, it's just for like the players to take care of it. The whole bubble won't have to exist for like everyone to be complete strictly.
I personally, I don't know if they're gonna allow any more fans in the stands, but I don't think they're gonna do a bubble this year. I hope that's not necessary anyway.
Yash or Gavin?
You know who is already selling season tickets?
Who's that?
The Philadelphia 76ers. Already selling season tickets, yeah.
I don't believe that.
Are they going to
If you watched the last game, they were already advertising season tickets for the next season.
Oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention during that part. I paid attention during the game part.
Yeah,
I made a bet on that game. Lost or rock.
Yeah,
must have.
Celtics are awful.
Quite.
Preseason.
It doesn't matter. The starters still played for some of it.
True. Okay, Yash, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everyone. I think if fans do get in the stands, it'll be really late in the season, but definitely not 100% in. I mean, I don't think it'll get better by then.
Well, I have another thing to add. Do you think that there is a possibility, like in the NFL, each team has like a choice? Do you think there are going to be some teams in the NBA that allow fans and some that won't?
I mean,
probably.
This is for everyone, just so you guys know.
I don't know. I really don't think so.
I mean, I think some teams are going to allow fans in and some others won't, but, you know, that's what they're doing in the NFL. But I don't know.
Any other thoughts, guys?
I do not think so. I think we can move on.
Alrighty, now we're going to be looking at the top title contenders.
What kid?
Oh.
Is anyone paying attention to the chat?
Chat moderators in the chat.
Can we ask
somebody wants to ask a question?
Who I want to? Yeah, ask a question.
Ha, Michael, you think I don't see that typo?
Are we ready to go, or what's
all right? I guess we'll come back to it if we see it.
Right? All right. Yeah. Oh, will you guys be doing NBA game predictions?
Yes.
Do we want to?
We talked.
Not yet.
Well, not yet.
When it starts, like.
Not yet.
1 week.
Yeah, when the NBA season starts.
But that leads us into our next topic, which is the top title contenders for the 2020-2021 NBA season. Who you guys think it's going to be? Lots of Western Conference teams, lots of Eastern Conference teams. I'm going to start off this one with Gavin.
So, do you want me to list like several teams, or?
Of course, yeah. Just let's who it's top title contenders. Who do you think has a chance at it?
I personally think most of the better teams are in the West, but I don't have any bias here. There's no bias here, but yeah, I personally think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be a solid second round exit this year.
Excuse me.
Right.
Yo.
What did you
Okay.
say?
Excuse me. What did you just say?
Wait, that's like
Say
a
that
whole other
again?
side.
No, all jokes
You're a fake
aside,
fan.
I think we have a good team this year. I like the offensive flow, and I like the defensive presence that
And they're
a
not
lot
going
of
to
the
be.
players bring.
They're
Alright.
not going to be a second round
Any-
exit.
Any Western Conference teams?
The Lakers.
Trash.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone's
I was
reluctant
waiting
to
for
say
that.
the Lakers.
I was waiting for that one, Gavin.
You want me to like say
Trash. Team.
The only person you know on the team is LeBron, and you can't go
That's
by
not
I
that.
true.
can say more. Like
It is
Yeah,
true.
say more. Just say as many as you think are capable of winning a title this year.
Okay, capable of winning. There's only AD and LeBron.
Nobody.
But there's,
asked
like,
you,
those-
we're
bro.
talking about teams.
I'm talking about teams.
Oh,
It's
well,
the topic.
obviously the Lakers. I mean, they're obviously gonna win.
Can you calm down?
Nobody.
Okay.
Asked.
Besides that, though,
that's
you.
I think Nets.
I just
will
want
have
to
a
let you
chance.
know this is coming from a fake fan, so you can't really take what he says seriously.
That's not true.
It is true.
Probably
And
the
you know
Mavericks
it. You know you're a
or the
fake fan.
It's a
No, I'm not.
As a Lakers fan, do the math.
I think the Mavericks are one
There's-
star away from a finals.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Luka Doncic.
I agree with that.
Luka
And
Doncic.
Kristaps. Kristaps.
What about the Milwaukee Bucks? Do you think that are they a step away? Are they going to make progressions? Like, are they there
Giannis-
yet?
They sold their soul,
Giannis
bro.
need-
All their depth is gone
Yeah,
now.
they kind of gave up their future for Drew Holiday.
I
Yeah.
think Giannis needs to get out of there as quick as he can. They're just
He just
not-
signed the biggest.
I know. That I saw that and I was like, Giannis, what are you doing?
He's got too much pride. Too much team pride.
Money is money.
That's true.
I don't know
Money
what
is
he's
money.
thinking.
I feel like
I don't know what he's thinking. It hasn't worked the past 2-3 years. Like, come on.
Mhm.
They haven't done anything.
I don't
I
think
agree.
Giannis will win a chip until he has another star with him. I don't think Chris
Obviously.
Middleton is enough for him to win the NBA
What about
Finals.
Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
He's gonna need someone.
Yeah, I think they took a step back.
I said NBA star.
Yeah, and I don't know why. They had Giannis. Why don't you just...
Yo, who's on TikTok,
I
bro?
don't know.
I hear you. I'm about to beat you, bro.
Who do you think it is? The one guy who's on Deafin. Yo, you alright
Why
down
is he
there,
on
Gavin?
He can't hear us. He's on
Oh,
Devin.
he's on Deafin. He can't hear us.
Yo, get off TikTok,
Yo.
you monkey.
All right.
What?
I said, get off TikTok,
Dude,
bling, bling,
I'm not.
boy.
I was just fixing up issue. What's up?
Oh, issue, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nick.
I was
Nick,
going
who
for
are
like 5 seconds.
Nick, who are your top NBA title contenders?
Well, are we talking about, like, besides what they said? Or, like, can I...
Yeah, name other teams. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, you got, like, all the teams that they named, I think. The Sixers, obviously, have had an amazing offseason. They got their new GM. They got their new head coach. They got depth. So, like,
Furcon.
Danny Green, okay. Seth
Seth Curry.
Curry, yeah.
Furcon.
No, I don't know, man.
Seth Curry, yes.
Oh, I got a question for you, Sixers fans. Do you think the James Harden trade is gonna happen?
Yes, I do.
No.
I do think.
I mean, I want
I'm
it to happen.
hopeful.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's
I got word that apparently there was a trade being talked, and it was going to include Ben Simmons, but the sides had
That's
very
not
different.
going to happen.
Yes, it does not look like that.
Ben
will
Simmons
happen.
is not going to the Rockets. There's no way.
There's no way.
Neither is.
I can
Embiid.
see him in a Rockets jersey, though. I can see it.
No, I
There's
can't.
no need to. Why would you get rid of Simmons if you already got a 3-point shooter? Because that's what Harden is. I mean, Harden doesn't play defense.
No,
All he does is shoot 3 really well.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ben Simmons is an excellent 3-point shooter.
I know. He's
It
like,
is. Let's bring
what
up
is
the
he made
stat
all of
line.
his threes in his full career except for the one that he bricked?
Let's see.
Well, okay. So I just want another thing with this topic is, do you think the Heat? Do you think they're a 1-year thing? Like, do you think they're even going to make it that far next year or even close to it?
No.
Wait, what happened? Did they make any trades? Or are they still the same?
I don't think they did too much.
They got rid of Jake Crowder.
That's it?
He's a good role
They
player.
still have Iguodala, bro.
They're
For sure 1-year
They're
team.
gonna be a first or second round exit. Like,
I think the Lakers are gonna lose in about like the preseason. I think around there.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Okay,
I
so
think
we're
you guys
already-
are done.
after
we're
bringing
already
up the
winning.
stats, bro, Ben Simmons has a career 8.3% 3-point shot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
that's the
All
best
like
in the NBA.
the 25 that he missed.
Astounding. Okay.
Jeez.
that is some astounding numbers for what would be the worst team in the NBA. And I just want to know, guys, who is the worst team in the NBA?
Yeah, the Knicks still.
Still the Knicks.
Yeah,
No, I don't know
probably.
about
Hornets. The Hornets.
Obi Toppin.
What?
What do you mean? The
I think
Hornets
it's either
are
gonna be.
rebuilding.
I think it's either gonna be the Thunder or the Pistons.
Well, everyone thought the Thunder would be bad last year.
Chris Paul.
And they proved
They
remember?
gave away all those people that made them good.
Wait, are we talking about like
Chris
Al
Paul.
Horford.
the record is gonna be bad or like?
Well,
Yeah. So
In
the
general,
Knicks.
the worst team, like the Jets of the NBA.
yeah, so the record.
Oh god.
The Knicks.
Or the Cavaliers.
The Cavs. Yeah, I was gonna say Cavs.
The Cavs.
They got a lot of young guys.
They have Andre Drummond, bro.
What a guy.
The
Yeah,
Cavs
that's like-
beat the Pacers twice.
That's
in
their best player.
Andre Drummond dated Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, how
Yo.
great.
Speaking of which, there's gonna be an iCarly reboot.
All right.
yeah.
for
Wait,
all-
seriously?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but Jeanette McCurdy might not be there, and
Or
maybe
Gibby.
Gibby. So,
Stupid.
Bro, no way.
but you know, I don't think they should do it. Whatever, that's it. Let's move on.
You don't want to bring back iCarly?
All right, little shit.
All right, guys.
No, I
can we
think
get
it-
back on topic,
I think
please?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
that's
it's
my
just gonna be
bad.
bad. It's gonna be bad.
So
Okay,
fast.
So let's
whatever.
get back.
So basically, we're throwing around the Thunder and the Knicks, maybe the Hornets.
The
I
Pistons.
can, the Pistons.
Cavs.
How? Who do they have except old Blake Griffin?
Isn't that the
Um,
point?
They got Derrick Rose.
Bro.
Yeah.
Should have came to the
Heroes.
Lakers.
He's
Heroes.
also old and injured.
Would have won a
Are you-
chip if he came
This
to
is-
LA.
This just proves he doesn't watch the NBA.
Exactly.
Are you throwing hate on Derrick Rose?
No, I'm just saying. Like, look at him. Like, look at where he's at. Like,
I will always have love for Derrick Rose.
I'm not
Hey,
saying
yo.
he's a bad player, but he's not a number one option anymore.
He's not
What did
the
he
same.
say?
You're saying I'm wrong.
Are you gonna say I'm wrong? Like, oh
No,
my
I'm
God.
serious. I'm asking. Do you think I'm wrong?
Impossible.
Obviously it's not a first option, but like you can't say he's not a good like player on
No,
any team.
but he's on the Pistons.
He is on the Pistons. That's true. It's not going to be good for them. I cannot name anyone on the team besides him and Blake Griffin. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's not a good thing. I don't know a lot of names in the NBA, but I usually know at least 3 on each team, and I can only name 2. So
Pistons?
yeah, so now we're going to move over into NFL topics, and we're going to be talking about a game that I personally enjoyed watching, the Eagles-Saints game. Eagles upset the Saints, starting off the first half with a 17-0 lead. I just want to know what you guys think about that.
Yeah.
I think it was a very grand amount of grand circumstances that led up to this, and though we almost threw the entire game within like 5 minutes. I think it's still good that we won it at least because it had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. So yeah.
Do you know why that we almost lost?
Defense was injured. Everybody, the whole defense. Yeah.
They put half of our They put half our D line in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
I did see that. Like every single play, it felt like someone was being taken off the field.
Also,
that's every game.
Jalen Hurts started throwing, literally, and like not literally. Like he started.
Well, I mean, he got
ball
punched
and
in the
throwing
face,
the
so he got punched.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think my personal opinion about this game is like Jalen Hurts. Everyone's like, oh, he had a good game and everything, but Jalen, I think the only reason they found success. Same thing with like Taysom Hill. There's no like film on him. You don't know what he's gonna do, so there's not really a way to prepare. So I think the Saints with that and then not having a good quarterback really in there. Like I love Taysom Hill. I'm starting him in fantasy this week for God's sake. So like I have to. I have no other quarterback. So, but like. I think that was the downfall. I think it was just because, like, if they had started Carson, if the Eagles had started Carson Wentz, he could have had a similar game to Jalen Hurts, besides running the ball, like a better throwing game, but like obviously not as much running. But I think it's just the sheer fact that they can't really prepare for a quarterback that hasn't played an NFL game.
Also, this man right here did great things. All right, he did great things.
Yo,
Miles Sanders.
That's the GOAT.
Yeah. Miles Sanders. Yeah, luckily, he was on my opponent's bench in fantasy. Luckily.
Oh, so lucky.
He had a wonderful game. Everyone saw how good this man actually is.
Yeah, the number one run defense in the league too. So.
And I'm pretty sure that put him like above Dalvin Cook for yards per carry. I'm pretty sure.
I thought he already was.
Yeah, I think he already was. I think he was number one.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb was number one, and Miles Sanders was number two. I think it's just.
There you go.
I feel like when when you see like a guy like Chris Carson versus a guy like Miles Sanders, I feel like Miles Sanders either gets stuffed or he breaks away for like a 60-yard run, and there's no in between.
Well, he does.
Like with Chris Carson, it's almost like the opposite. He never gets stuffed, and it's always like a 5-yard run. Or maybe like a little bit more than that, but like it always feels like with Miles Sanders, he'll like get stuffed and then he'll break away.
It's a hit or miss.
Yeah. I think that might be that. It's either I don't really know. I think it's either an offensive line problem or it's just like sometimes he gets the hole and he's out of there.
I don't think they were using him properly before this game.
Yeah.
Do you think the Saints are in trouble? Like, after watching this game, do you think the Saints are like, well, now they're not even the first seed. They have the first seed on lock, and now the Packers have it.
Oh my God,
I would just like to say, I love the Eagles right now. Put us in the first seed. Let me tell you, I'm really happy. Really love the Eagles for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be all wasted in the playoffs.
Okay, bandwagon.
They're gonna waste
That's not bandwagon.
their playoff bye. It's gonna be wasted completely when they lose.
We're winning the Super Bowl this year. Let me tell you.
You're literally a bandwagon.
Super Bowl. This year,
so
for sure.
I don't want to hear it. Nope.
Super Bowl.
Not gonna happen.
Is Aaron Rodgers winning MVP?
Not in your wildest dreams.
Aaron Rodgers is for sure winning MVP. He's having an MVP season, bro. Right now, bro. He's insane.
I kind of agree with him, but yeah.
If he doesn't win MVP, the season's just rigged. NFL rigged.
Okay, you're just your thoughts.
Nah, you're just a salty. Here's why. You're a bitter
Here's
fan.
why I think Aaron Rodgers will. Because I think Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP over the next couple of seasons. I think, he's just that good.
I think it's a mixture of Aaron Rodgers actually having a really good season and voter fatigue.
Oh yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is having a bet. I think Aaron Rodgers should be MVP. We'll see in the coming weeks if he continues to be ahead, but like.
Explain Giannis then. If you think voter fatigue is a real thing, explain Giannis.
Giannis, dude, I don't know. There could be voter fatigue. You never know. We'll see. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if either of them won right now. I think they're the only two in the competition right now. So we'll see.
We shall.
I think Josh Allen's getting up there.
Alrighty. So, wait, I also have another question with that has to do with this game. Do you guys think that Drew Brees should come back for the Saints, or should they keep rolling with Taysom Hill?
I think he needs to come back.
Yeah, why would he not come back?
Well, I have my own personal reason. Well, I think well, they obviously have success with Taysom Hill, and they have their limitations obviously with him throwing the ball, but they also have limitations with Drew Brees throwing the ball. He can't really throw it downfield, and I think everyone knows that he does not have the same ability that he used to. The arm is not there. I also have a fear of basically when you get a rib injury, it's not like another thing where it heals back up 100%. A rib injury never goes away. It's like a hamstring. Like it's gonna not like it might not show up on the injury report, but he is going to be in constant pain all the time. Like I know they have all their drugs and everything that they give the players, but like he's going to be in constant pain every single time he moves. And I don't see that.
He's got to wear the rib protection.
Even with the rib protection, like it's constant pain, and I feel like if they bring him back, all it's going to do is create confusion for themselves, because then now they're changing back to a completely different offense with a quarterback who may or may not be able to move. Well, first of all, he's not mobile. He's not going to be able to move. Every time he gets hit, he's going to be in terrible pain. Even if all of his one rib broken hurts enough, having all those ribs broken is. Don't even understand the pain that he must have been in.
All right, well,
or might still be in.
Speaking of Drew Brees and the Saints, we have a question in the chat. Who is better, Jalen Hurts or Taysom Hill? What do you guys think?
Well, that is a good question. I think you can't really say that yet, because
they
honestly,
have really similar play styles.
Yeah,
they have
too
So I think you can compare them.
It's too soon because I think if you you can't really compare them. Jalen Hurts has played one NFL game. Taysom Hill's played, 4 now?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them were against the Falcons. So neither of them can be really compared right now to any other.
It's called a prediction.
Too early for both of them.
Yeah, we have to watch the rest of the season for the Eagles, and then we.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts will be better simply because he's on the Eagles.
Yeah, facts. That's true. That's true.
I think Jalen Hurts has a higher ceiling, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe Taysom Hill has the higher floor.
Alrighty.
Whatever that means.
Okay, so now we're looking at a big question. I think this is a really good question. Who's winning the NFC?
Packers.
The Eagles
Easy.
Are winning the whole NFC.
Okay.
You can't.
The Eagles can't.
All the other teams are just gonna forfeit.
Even if all the other teams forfeit, the Eagles can't win the first seed.
Sure they can.
Yeah, what?
They can't.
Well, the Packers are not yet in the first seed.
That's facts.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I've actually done a lot of scenarios to how the first seed's going to work out. Basically, the Packers, if the Packers win out, then they should get the first seed. But there is a very interesting game. I believe it's Week 16 where they play against the Titans. And I don't think anyone's going to say that that's not going to be a game that everyone's going to be watching. I think that game will probably decide who the first seed is. Will help decide who the first seed is because the Packers could lose that game if the Saints lose another game. Because right now the Packers are just outrunning the Saints. Another scenario. So let's say that happens. Let's say hypothetically. The Packers lose that game to the Titans. Saints win out. Then the Saints will get the first seed. But Packers lose to the Titans. The Saints lose to. They will. I think everyone thinks the Chiefs are going to beat the Saints this week. Can we all agree on that? Or
yeah.
If they don't,
I think I think it's being really hyped up, but I think the Chiefs are 100% going to win that. So we say that game doesn't actually have that much holding in the NFC playoff picture because with tiebreakers, it's about conference record. So if they then lose again to, I believe it's the Vikings they play in Week 16.
They play Vikings and then Panthers.
If they lose one of those games, I believe that they will also drop if the Seahawks win out. So there's and if the same thing happens if the Rams win it, they would get the first seed. So there's a lot of different scenarios going on. Basically, the only thing is those are the four teams I mentioned: the Rams, Seahawks, Packers, and Saints are the only teams that can get the first seed, I believe, in the NFC, if I've done my math correctly.
Seahawks have a good chance because their schedule's the football team.
Yeah.
Then it's Rams, and then it's 49ers. So two of them are kind of easy ones, unless there's an upset.
Better be.
Yeah.
So
but the thing is, it's not really within the Seahawks' control. I'll even admit that the Seahawks don't. It's a very outside chance. You're hoping for the Saints to lose 3 of their last 4 games. Well, yeah, 3 of their last 4 games at least. I'm including the Eagles game last week, which did I call? I don't know if I called that, but I was hoping for it. Packers have to lose games that they really shouldn't lose. Like, I can see them losing to the Titans. I don't think they will. So, like, it's a lot of games. So I think I was looking at this last week. I was looking like if the easiest way was if the Saints lose, because obviously the Saints are now looking like kind of like the Steelers, and where it's like you don't actually know where they're at. So, anyone else?
I think number one will for sure be between either Saints or Packers. So I don't think Rams or Seahawks can get it.
Just having some computer problems.
Technical.
Who is
Why I
Gavin?
got disconnected.
Me?
No, Brett was.
Oh, okay.
He's back, though.
My computer froze.
We've got Brett
Or
back.
Discord did.
So looking at the playoffs, who do you think the playoff sleepers are?
That's a good question.
As of right now.
No, wait. Actually, Gavin, I have a question with this. Is this like sleepers to make the playoffs, or just sleepers in the playoffs?
Sleepers that are in the playoffs or not in the playoffs that you might that might surprise you.
All right. Well, I'm looking right now at the AFC. Obviously, we know the Ravens could be dangerous. So, out of the teams I'm looking at, it's probably them or the Colts are probably looking at some sort of sleeper pick in the AFC.
What about the NFC?
The NFC. I'm sorry. I gotta look at my standings here.
What if the football team loses out, bro?
And the Eagles get the.
I think the Rams.
I think Vikings.
Vikings. I can see that. Yeah.
I think the most underrated teams, if there had to be one, would either be for the NFC, the Cardinals or the Rams in the playoffs right now. And on the other side, probably either the Colts or the Bills.
I don't think anyone's undervaluing the Bills though.
Browns.
Yeah, or the Browns. I think people might just if they're undervaluing the Browns, it's just because they're the Browns. Obviously, in recent years, they're the Browns. Is they're terrible. No, I think Gavin brought up a good point with the Rams. Actually, the Rams are winning the NFC West, but I don't hear anyone talking about them being good at all, because I think everyone's well, the Seahawks. Yeah, the Rams obviously are dangerous. They have, I believe, they might actually have I think, are they 2 or 3 in total defense?
Well, they have the best corner in the league, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Jalen Ramsey is the best corner in the league. And they have the defensive player overall, which is Aaron Donald.
Cooper Kupp is probably one of the most underappreciated receivers in the league too. I think.
I don't like Cooper Kupp.
Why not?
Because he's a Rams player.
Well, yeah. But
I also don't think he's that good, but I think he works really well in their offense, though. He works really well. Yeah, so the
Bucks.
I think the Rams and the Bucks, the reason why they're not being talked about is because there's a lot of inconsistency that people, I think, are well, that means they're not that good, which you can definitely see. You don't want an inconsistent team going into the playoffs. If the Rams, so let's say the Seahawks end up winning out, they beat the Rams. Well, let's say at least the Seahawks beat the Rams. That means there's uncertainty if they can win against good teams. If they lose that game, it's probably because there's inconsistencies. If they lose any games in the next 3 weeks, it's probably because of inconsistency. They lost to the 49ers, right? like 2 weeks ago, and that was because their entire offense couldn't get moving. It didn't matter that their defense is the most dominant thing, like probably one of the more dominant defenses in the league. So I think it's also the same thing with the Buccaneers, where it's like, is Tom Brady a good quarterback or not this year? Yeah, I don't. The NFC is a lot different than the AFC.
How about them Eagles, bro?
I don't.
They're very unpredictable, bro. They could literally do anything, and like.
Dude, the NFC is so unpredictable. NFC
I don't know
is
if
so
they're gonna make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, are they even gonna make the playoffs?
Football team would have to lose out.
They can win one game. I'm pretty sure. I did the math. I forget. Let me look.
I personally think the Washington football team looks like the best team, because I personally think Alex Smith is, like, even though people say he's terrible, he doesn't turn over the ball. Like, he might not throw for a lot.
Terrible, bro. Everybody loves that.
I've heard a lot of people not say good things about Alex Smith. I personally love Alex Smith. If he was the backup to Russell Wilson, I would have no problem with it. I love Alex Smith.
What about Geno?
Dude, did you see him in the fourth quarter? Dude, I turned on the Eagles game because I couldn't watch Geno. Like, the moment Russell Wilson gets hurt, I'm gonna go crying into the corner and just, like, never come out. Yeah. Geno Smith is terrible. We're gonna have to, like, pick up Tim Tebow or something. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to hope. There's gonna be a lot of hope in going into it.
All right. Well, I'll say this about the Seahawks. I am a Seahawks fan. This weekend, bro.
Why is
Washington
that? Oh, Washington football. Yeah.
Y'all better not lose. All right. You lost to the Giants. You better not give up another NFC East win, bro. Come on.
I've been hearing a lot from my Seahawks. From some within the community, I've heard a lot of different opinions about whether this should be an easy game. Well, I think personally, to me, it's going to be a lot tougher if Alex Smith starts. I just think Alex Smith is better, obviously, than Dwayne Haskins. I think everyone agrees that Alex Smith is better, but it's about the drop off. If Dwayne Haskins is playing, I think he's going to turn over the ball a lot, and that's going to be an easy win for the Seahawks. If they play good defense, if the football team plays good defense and they don't turn over the ball, it's probably going to be a lot closer than people would like to see.
They're very capable of doing that.
Yeah, so I personally here, and it's also like what Alex Smith has a calf injury, if I heard that correctly. So it's either I also believe that what Ron Rivera told the media was that there's a chance that Alex Smith does not play all week. And will not play, does not practice all week and still gets the start. So I think that also shows the lack of confidence in Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So whoever comes out of the NFC East, no matter who it is, it's not going to look good for for any of them in their first round. I think we can all agree with that.
It will look fantastic.
Yeah.
The Eagles will decimate them 40-0. Okay.
Yes.
That'll be exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go into the next topic if everyone's all right with that.
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay. A very big not controversy, but a very big conversation debate among NFL fans and I guess NFL GMs is, should top running backs get paid like CMC, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook? Because obviously CMC just got paid and hasn't played at all. So is it worth it? Anyone can get going with that.
What do you mean by should they get paid?
Like, should they be paid
contracts?
Good, like big contracts that take up a large chunk of the salary cap?
Well,
good question.
Brett, you want to take this one, Brett? Or?
No, someone else can go before me.
All right. Wait, Gavin, you're going?
I think it's like depending on how dependent their team is on running backs. So if you're a team like the Vikings, where Dalvin Cook wasn't, like, he came back and basically revived them, and it was also the fact that Kirk Cousins was playing well when he came back. I think you would pay someone like that a decent amount of money, but football teams don't pay them like for a reason. Like, they don't pay them a lot for a reason.
What do you mean they don't pay them a lot for a reason?
Like they wouldn't. I think running back is probably one of the more susceptible positions to injury.
Yeah, that was going to be my argument. Is that running backs are probably one of the more. At least we see it. If anyone can look up the stat
on offense, at least.
Yeah, running backs seem like they get injured all the time. Like Chris Carson, every single year of his career has had some sort of big injury at some point. So that's just my like. I feel like every running back has some sort of injury, and Aaron Jones is not re-signing with the Packers because he's not going to get paid, and that's why they drafted A.J. Dillon, if I'm correct on that. So obviously they're not going to pay Aaron Jones. Packers have already made their decision up on this debate. Which
besides Aaron Jones, we have Dillon and am I forgetting his name?
Jamal.
Oh my god, yeah, Jamal Williams.
Yeah, my personal opinion is my personal opinion. Sorry. This is going to be really quick. You get a lot of running backs are just good for a very small amount of time, and like there's a very very small few that like make long careers, like Adrian Peterson or Frank Gore, right? Mm-hmm. So I think if you think you have that guy, which I don't think anyone in the league right now should think, you draft, and like every 3 years you draft a new one, because you either hit or you don't, and it's easy to draft another one. It's easy to find one off of waivers. Running backs come and go, and I think unless you think you got a guy for the long term that's going to stay healthy and can stay very good, like Todd Gurley signed a huge thing, and then arthritis. So you never really know with a running back. Running backs are, they're the most hit or miss. And then even when you hit it, how long are they going to be that? So
all right. I've searched up the statistics for it. It says mobile positions, defensive backs, linebackers, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends have about a 65 to 70% risk of landing on the injury report, 40% chance of missing at least one game, and 15 to 20% chance of missing 4 or more games.
Well,
so there's a 15% chance that they miss 4 or more games at any of those. 15% of tight ends or running backs or the positions you named are going to miss 4 games or more.
Oh, yeah, it's a 15 to 20% chance for that.
Wow, that's actually a lot more than I thought.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Speaking of our running backs overpaid or whatever, well, speaking of running backs in general, we have a comment. Who do we think the best running back is currently?
It's a very tough question, to be honest with you.
Do you guys think, like, is this in general or is this based on the season? Or
also, like, when you're evaluating running backs, it's like you have to look at the offense too, because like Derrick Henry is the offense for the Tennessee Titans. If he's not running the ball, they're not moving.
I don't know about that. Their receivers have really stepped it up.
I do like the receivers, but it's still that's how the offense runs, man.
Well, yeah, it's Derrick Henry.
You know, I'm Steven. This is a little bit off topic, but I'm kind of scared for that Packers Titans game because our run defense is god awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
and Henry, I'm not ready to face that. So
I don't think anyone wants to see Derrick Henry's huge. My answer to that question of who the top running back is, it's probably Derrick Henry. The only problem I see, like, and it's kind of a weird problem. Like, I don't know if you guys will get it. Like,
inconsistent.
He's too big.
Yeah, I get that.
He's so big. Like, how is he supposed to fit through holes?
He's like Eddie Lacy.
Huge. He's not like Eddie Lacy though. He's just so big. Like, it's like, he's like so hard to get down. But the problem is, like, let's say like he has a small hole. He can't fit through the small hole because he's
but he's fast.
He is fast. He is. He's not as fast as the other
very
guys.
fast for his size.
He is fast for his size. Yes, he's ginormous. He's scary looking. I think I think a kind of different version of him. Like if you think of like Chris Carson, he's just like a smaller version of him when you really think about it. Like they're both like guys who are very hard to take down and kind of just always fall forward. Like I know this is probably a little bit biased, but like Chris Carson always falls forward. He's very powerful, hard to take down. I think Chris Carson's probably one of the slower running backs in the league, but very hard to take down. So I think I think no one ever includes him in like the top like 10 even for running backs. But I think he should definitely be in that consideration. But
it's because he's injured.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, I just thought of a random question on my head. What if Tyreek Hill was a running back? How would that go for him?
Ooh.
He would be Cordell Patterson.
It wouldn't go. He can't shake anybody off.
Yeah. I think the reason he's so good is because he's fast and he can get down the field so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also when he runs the ball, it's not like he's a running back. It's because it's some sort of like sweep play. It's a misdirection. So it's when he runs the ball, it's not necessarily because he's a good running back. It's because he's fast and there's misdirection. So.
Yeah, but think about it. If he trained like a running back, like do you think he could actually succeed in the NFL as a running back?
No, I feel like he's probably easier to take down. And I feel like that's probably one of a more valuable thing when you see running backs nowadays. It's like toughness and not going down.
Yeah.
Because is Dalvin Cook like highly ranked in like broken tackles?
I can check.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he must be because I don't.
So, yeah.
He seems like a tough guy to take down too. Like, and it's kind of weird when you think about it. I think he's probably just so fast when he's going downfield that they can't hold on to him. Yeah, I kind of want to hear these stats of who's the top tackle breakers.
Which running back breaks the most tackles? 2020 NFL.
It's probably Derrick Henry, actually.
Well, yeah. Probably.
Josh Jacobs.
Huh?
Oh, Josh Jacobs.
Did not expect that.
I feel like I did hear that stat, actually. Who's second?
It goes Josh, Chris, Carson, Alvin, Nick, and then Derrick Henry.
That's surprising.
Considering, some of those guys, Nick Chubb and Chris Carson both missed a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Oh wait, no. This one's that was just a general one. It goes Henry, I think.
Bro, you not know how to Google?
Oh no, these are just rushing stats.
Yo, do you know how to read, bro?
20
well, Derrick Henry, I think, runs the ball the most.
Here you go. Wait, is this correct?
It all shows for different weeks. I can't find the one for the most recent one.
All right, well, I have broken
like January
tackles.
3rd.
All right. No, he's an idiot. He was wrong. Dalvin Cook has broken tackles.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's Derrick Henry, and then it looks like it's James Robinson and Aaron Jones are tied.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My
James
boy
Robinson, man. Yeah, so wait, actually, to go back on topic, like, are the Jaguars going to pay James Robinson, an undrafted running back? Like, obviously he's very cheap right now because he's undrafted. Like, how much does James Robinson even make? He probably makes, like, league minimum, probably.
Yeah.
So, and he's their offense. So, I don't know. It's like when you strike gold on, I don't even know if James Robinson's going to be good next year. Like, you never know, like, with running back.
Yeah.
It's always hit or miss. Like, Le'Veon Bell went from a top 3 running back 1 year to, is this guy even top 20 the next? Like, so. Okay, so let's get into tonight's Thursday night football game. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. What you guys thinking?
Raiders, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
I think this is a game the Raiders got to prove themselves in if they want to be in the playoffs, because I made a very bold prediction after they beat the Saints that they would win the AFC, and I was very wrong on that. But I still have faith in Derek Carr and John Gruden, I think Vegas is going to win. I think they got to do it in some convincing fashion, but I don't think they will, though. I think they'll win, but in very not good fashion.
In first round exit fashion.
In first round exit. Okay, next game on the schedule is the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos.
Bills?
The Bills.
The Bills.
Bills, man, yeah. I don't know, man. It seems very one team's going to very much win, and one team's going to be like, okay, who are we drafting at quarterback next year? Which, yeah, I've been hearing that they're already going to drop Drew Lock.
Wow.
I think they got to keep him for another year before they make that kind of decision.
That was
like, I don't.
Yeah.
Drew Lock doesn't look great, but whatever. Okay. The next game we are looking at is the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers.
Panthers.
I'm taking my Packers on this one.
Panthers are taking the W.
Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey is just gonna 7.
Mike Davis is gonna have a huge week for my fantasy team. Let's go Panthers. All right.
No way.
Yes, but
I really need some good stuff. I really need good stuff. He really helped me out.
I think our offense will pull through, even though our defense is gonna suck because of CMC. I think
CMC's not playing.
Oh, he's not. Oh, then we're fine. I'm not worried at all.
He's not. He is out again.
Scumatron, bro.
Everyone hates CMC.
I'm not worried at all.
Who else drafted CMC? Well, I didn't draft CMC. I feel like anyone who drafted CMC is probably the most pissed off American.
I'll probably Saquon, bro.
I did, but I'm still in first place.
Well, good for you, Yavin. I don't know how you did that, but good for you.
I don't know who asked.
Okay, our next game is the Houston Texans. Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. I feel like this might be a good game.
This is a game.
This one's gonna be good.
I think it was a good game. This happened 2 weeks ago, and I believe the score was 26-20 Colts. Yeah, I think it's an interesting game. I'm going to pick the upset. I'm going to pick the Houston Texans with a huge carry by Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's turning into a Russell Wilson of the NFL by being underrated and having no offensive help.
Wait, what?
There were like 2 years where Russell Wilson had no offensive help.
Yeah,
and he was still winning football team and still winning football games. Like 2016, 17, 18 time. So.
Oh my god.
Anyone else got prediction on this game?
I'm gonna take the Texans on this one.
Colts.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts.
Alrighty.
Phillip Rivers.
Into the next game. Detroit Lions at Tennessee Titans.
Titans. For sure.
Yeah. Come on now.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. The Titans will win, but it won't look good. It won't look good.
Sound like we hooping, bro.
I hate we hooping. Actually, I hate every single time I see his face. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it today.
You're talking like him a lot.
Oh man, maybe me and him should collab.
Maybe.
Okay.
We got our next Bears and Vikings.
Yeah, this game could have playoff implications. Could.
Taking the Vikings.
They might not. You taking them?
I want the Bears to win, even though they're our rivals. I think it'll be better.
Huh?
Vikings also your rival?
Well, they are, but like.
Yeah, bandwagon doesn't even know his own rival.
It's more. It's more for Bears though. Like the more rivalry when it's between Vikings and Bears. For us, it's more towards the Bears than Vikings.
Bro, bandwagon. That's like the Eagles saying,
bro,
I want the Cowboys to win.
This kid couldn't even talk when the Packers won the Super Bowl. Like, come on.
Facts.
Yeah, it could.
Literally weren't alive.
I was a youngin', but
you're in the.
You're literally like.
You were like 4. You were literally like 4.
You're literally 8 years old now. How were you?
That was not a
I was 8 years old when they won the Super Bowl. I was remember 5. I was in second grade. I was in second grade.
No, you're like a fetus still.
Yeah,
don't even try.
I was 5.
You're 5 now. How could you be 5 then?
No other
facts.
No, I'm 15.
All right.
Every 10 years we win the Super Bowl.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna win this year. Watch.
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh.
Seattle Seahawks
Whatever.
at Washington Football Team. I'm picking the Seahawks.
Yes, sir.
We're going football team,
Yeah.
baby.
Shut up.
Of course you are. but-
I'm not going to even argue with him. I think it could be a good upset pick. Yeah.
Better not be.
Yeah,
It better not be. You're
For the-
right.
for
It
the
better
sake of
not
the
be.
Eagles,
But
it
Nope.
better not be.
I think if
I
you're
would
putting
love for
bets,
this
that's
football
one.
team to win.
All right. Oh, my cat came in. Next game is New England Patriots at Miami Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
taking the Dolphins.
Picking the Dolphins because I hate the Patriots.
Tua
Every
bandwagon.
bro.
I think the Miami Dolphins, even though they lost last week, they had a really good defensive showing. Like, 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. I don't know. The defense really showed out. So, yeah, obviously, Dolphins. I think, Patriots, they lost their chance at winning the division. Okay. Next game. Jacksonville Jaguars at Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens.
Whoa. Oh, I was about to say, you think the Jaguars are going to win a game, bro?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
upsets happen.
Listen,
Upsets do
they
happen.
almost beat the Packers. They lost by 3 points, alright? So
They beat
anything's
the
possible.
Colts.
Exactly.
They should have beaten the Packers because the Packers
I'm taking
are
the
awful.
Jaguars. I'm taking the Jaguars upset.
Oh, big upset. Big
I'm
upset.
taking the Jaguars.
Big
Taking
cat,
Ravens.
big cat.
Upset of the week.
I'm taking the Ravens. I don't know
Yeah.
what. Yeah, what? In what way would the Jaguars be a good upset pick? Unless is Mike Lennon still starting? If Mike Lennon's starting,
I
then
don't
I
think
would
so.
pick an upset. Mike Lennon's the GOAT. Okay, we're looking at our next week another matchup, NFC South matchup of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. What are the picks?
Taking the Bucks.
This is gonna be a decent game.
Yeah.
It'll be an alright game. It'll
Is
be
it, though?
close to the Bucks.
Decent game.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks. The Bucks do good when they're not on prime time.
I want
So,
Falcons to
there you
win.
go.
I don't like Tom Brady.
Of
Oh
course you
well,
don't,
nobody
because he's
cares.
the
You're
GOAT.
bandwagon.
I think we all want the Falcons to win. No one likes Tom Brady, but
That's
it's just
not true.
who's gonna win. I
Yeah,
have my
yeah.
own opinions.
All
I'm
the,
taking Falcons.
Okay.
all the
They're gonna win.
Boston tards like Tom Brady, bro.
All right, this next game is a very interesting game. It's not going to be a good game, but it's going to be interesting. The San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. The 90s are back, baby.
49ers taking the L, bro.
Yeah, I need the 49ers to win.
Yeah.
I do.
49ers.
I'm going to take the Cowboys, actually.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys.
No,
on this.
I'm not. I think the Cowboys when they're not terrible could win.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
49ers certainly don't look good. So
Then
Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert. Okay.
Whoa.
Now the Birds take flight in this next matchup. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Arizona Cardinals could be
Yeah, I'm
a
taking the Birds.
potential
I'm
playoff
taking the birds.
Bird takeage, bro.
match. I'm
Not
taking
even
the
close.
Birds.
Eagles.
The Cardinals have been flopping recently, bro.
I'm taking
They-
my
taking
team,
Cardinals.
but
I'm also taking the Cardinals. I know what? I'm taking the upset. I'll pick the Eagles. I think there's still not enough
Upset.
tape on Jalen Hurts for there to be
Okay.
good.
No.
Who
And
is
the
getting
Cardinals defense isn't
Excuse
even
me.
good.
Max, can you
keep on
please-
Jalen?
Fix that.
Yeah, who's getting
I've been hearing
spam?
Josh's Discord messages the whole stream, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, hold on. I can fix that.
Can you tell Ryan to shut
here.
up? Good.
Yeah.
No, it's not him.
Oh, it's some.
Hold on,
no,
let me mute the
it's his
server.
Among Us group.
Oh. Did he
Dude.
just leave this game? I don't
It
think.
was his
Alright,
Rocket
I'm just
League
gonna-
server.
Yeah, let's just move
I'm
on.
going on to the biggest matchup this week. The biggest matchup. The New York Jets take on the Los Angeles Rams.
Jets.
I'm picking the Jets. Let's go. Let's go. Sam Darnold is going to take over.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Who's better, Sam Darnold or Jared Goff? Sam Darnold by a mile.
He's not that bad. He just has a terrible team.
That's true. I feel bad for him.
And
I really do.
They're going to end up drafting a quarterback, even though they don't need it.
Yeah, it's the Jets. No, but the thing is, the fans are going to push for a quarterback. The team is probably like, well, the first thing to do is get a quarterback. But I don't know. They have to build a team before. NFL rebuilds are always weird. Like, the problem is just the entire team is terrible. The coaching is terrible. It's not even like a normal rebuild. It's a complete ground floor to ceiling rebuild. Like, everything's got to go. So, yeah. But, Jets are still going to win this game.
Yeah.
I'm taking Rams on this one.
Now, this next matchup is very interesting because I believe it's the highest win percentage game from Week 15 or beyond since 2006 or something, between like the Seahawks and like Packers, I believe it was. I don't know. I saw like an ESPN thing. So obviously, very high win percentage. The Saints, I believe, have only 3 losses. The Chiefs only have their 1. What you guys pick here?
I need the Chiefs to win this one. So I'm going with Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I would love the Saints to win this game.
Exactly.
I'm picking Chiefs.
Yeah.
And that's not even because I don't want the Saints to win. I just think it's...
Yeah, exactly.
The Chiefs are very obviously the best team in the NFL right now. So
Excuse me?
You heard the man.
Am I wrong? They had like 5 turnovers and still won.
Did the Chiefs get blown out by the
Packers?
Buccaneers? Shut up, bro.
We're coming different. I'm telling you.
The only weakness you can really like a big weakness in the Chiefs game is their running game, which isn't even bad. It's okay. Like, it's average.
Yeah.
Okay, next game, which I also think could be an interesting game. The Cleveland Browns at the New York Giants.
The Browns better win, bro. They better win.
The Browns are going to win.
Oh, yeah. The Browns better win.
But I want the Giants to win.
Screw you, bro.
Shut up.
I think it could be interesting because Giants, the defense has shown some signs. But I think if Daniel Jones is playing, I have the Cleveland defense in fantasy, man. I think there's going to be a lot of turnovers. So, give me the Browns.
All right.
In our next and final game, a battle in the AFC North. The Joe Burrow-less Bengals take on the Pittsburgh TikTok star Steelers.
I'm taking the Bengals because Steelers are just making too many TikToks.
I'm taking the
instead of playing football.
It's so true though. Like, it's just bullet. Like
There's
you
no
just take a
other
picture of
team.
Juju.
There's no other team in the NFL that. Okay, well, the team in general posts on TikTok. Like, the Eagles have an account. It's not individual players, but individual players on the Steelers have TikToks.
Juju Smith-Schuster
and they're
Chase
making
And frequently,
I think I hate Chase Claypool. He's so overrated.
I think there's a stat that Juju has more TikToks than he does catches. TikTok videos. Which I find I thought that was so funny.
I don't think that's abnormal because I think you can make more TikToks and get catches.
Well, obviously.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're posting that it's not like Juju's a bad receiver. He has a decent amount of catches. But if you're posting that much on your TikTok,
dancing on other teams'
that's kind of his thing.
Well,
how much
his thing ended up in a loss. 2 losses.
Yeah, and Josh Allen before the game hyped up his team by referencing Juju dancing and posting on TikTok. Like, it's not a professional image that you want. Like, you can have there's a lot of personalities in the NFL. I think Juju's is not a good one. As of right now, this whole social media thing is not looking good for him.
Coronavirus.
It just makes him look stupid.
Yeah.
That is fact.
I don't think anyone in the NFL, I don't think any NFL fan can say, that's a good thing to do.
Exactly, bro.
Especially because Juju is kind of like not even is like questionably like the whole receiving core is like, who is the #1 receiver? Like with the Steelers, they don't really know.
Bro, nobody
I know it.
asked
Devontae
about.
Adams.
Cap.
Nobody asked about.
That's not what I'm talking
That's
about,
cap.
Josh. I'm talking about the Steelers.
Oh.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Not everything has to do with the Green Bay Packers.
He doesn't listen.
Like,
He just
Juju, first of all, is very
not the other.
He's questionably not even the best receiver on his own team. So he's definitely not the star of his own team. Why is he the one who's dancing on the other team's logo?
Exactly.
I think that would be Deontay Johnson. If you
I believe he might get targeted the most, but he drops like everything.
Yeah, he's still
Like he makes DK Metcalf look good at catching. Like, oh my God, he cannot catch a thing.
He's still the leading receiver
Like literally.
on the team. I'm just spitting facts.
Yeah, like he's talent. Like it's like DK, except I don't know. I don't even know. Deontay Johnson, he just drops the ball every single. Like I was watching that game against who were they even playing? Who would they play last week?
The Bills.
Was it the Bills?
Mhm.
I couldn't even watch. The offense just didn't move because, like, I think it was one of the first plays. He just dropped the ball. Like, it's like I would expect it from a running back. Like, I'm like, it happened to a running back. I'll be like, okay, well, that's a bad play, but at least you like, it's like, okay, you'll get him next time. This guy, like, I don't expect him to catch it ever, and he's a wide receiver.
All right.
We have a question in the chat
Yeah, we do.
for Steven.
Nah.
What is it? I don't have
So,
it open.
this man says, what do you think of Russell Wilson's season so far?
Obviously, he has a career high. I believe it's tied for the career high in interceptions, but I believe it is also his career high in touchdowns. It's been the year he's thrown the ball the most. So I think it's not, obviously it's not his best season. Like, it doesn't, like, when you watch the games, you don't feel like it's his best season. I feel like one of his the year he took control was 2018. Kind of felt weird, like, because the team wasn't, like, it didn't feel great, but he looked really good. I think it's probably like one of his top 3 seasons, but he could be doing a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is a Seahawks fan.
Clearly, if you could not tell already.
I honestly didn't know.
No, the dude in the chat.
Oh, who is in the chat? Oh, I thought it was Michael.
Michael.
What is their name? Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan Bass.
Oh.
Bass. I don't know.
Okay,
I
well,
apologize.
You got a
Well,
lizard.
thank you for the question. But you know what? Seahawks fans who that have never seen like a bad performance is like they see one like interception from Russell Wilson and they're like, okay, let's cut him and start Geno. I'm like, bro, you don't know Geno, do you? Like, I hate. I don't hate Geno, but like, he's not good. He's not good. Like, I've played with him in Madden. It's pretty aggravating.
Okay, bro. All right, well, I think that's it. This night, all of our topics are done, so I think we're gonna wrap up. Anything else to say, you guys?
Hey.
Nah?
Super Bowl winner Packers.
Shut
Green
up.
Bay Packers.
Nope, not gonna happen.
And Aaron Rodgers MVP.
Cheesehead.
No.
Cheesehead. All right. See y'all later,
Cheesehead.
bro. Next week, be here, and goodbye.
7:30.
Yeah. All right.